What's up, everyone? It is part 2 of the garage build. We got the Viper out of here. It's outside right now. And we got Omar helping once again. And right now we're just finishing up the sanding stuff. Or he's finishing up sanding. I'm getting the paint stuff ready, which is over here. There. And I'll show you what color we're gonna paint it. And while he kind of sands, I'm gonna start putting the first coat on. Even though it's kind of dusty in here, we're probably gonna have to do 2 coats. So if the first coat gets a little bit dusty, it's not the end of the world. It is a garage after all. Let me show you the color and where we're at. Here's the color we're going with. This kind of cool gray color. So it should be pretty good. I'm kind of excited to see how clean it's gonna look in here when we're all said and done. So what we got going on. Omar, tell them what you're not doing. Not sanding?
What?
So tell them what you're not doing.
I'm not sanding.
It's taking forever. They're doing. Actually, that's drying up pretty good now. All of a sudden. No, look, you can see in the camera even better. Look, check in the camera. You can see like where the wet spots are.
Yeah.
And then that's what the corner looks like, all the way across. And over here, if you guys are wondering, the reason why we stood the sheets up over there versus on this side, we laid them horizontally. This was like over 9 feet, which I mentioned in the last video that they didn't have 10-foot sheets at Home Depot. They only had 8 foots and 12 foots, and 12 foots were like ridiculous. They were like double the price of an 8 foot, so obviously that didn't make sense. Not double the material, but double the price. But this side, because it has this header up here, or that boxed in section where there's a bunch of cables and all that stuff. That's just the way they built the house. This, we could actually utilize an 8-foot sheet. So that's where we stood them up, had less seams, and it could go a little quicker. So that's what we got going on. And yeah, I'll update you guys as progress continues. And Turbo Sander and Omar over there is gonna keep at it. I'm gonna get painting and I'll show you guys where we're at. So it's the next day and it is raining out here, but inside it's looking pretty good. So we spent quite a bit of time last night putting 1 coat on, and it covered pretty well just for 1 single coat. So you could almost leave it, but you can kind of see some streaks where it just didn't get complete coverage. But I mean, for the first coat, it came out pretty dang good. So what we're gonna do this morning and wrap this up today is we're just gonna blitz right through. I obviously gotta get all the corners and the top edge and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and blast that through real quick, put on 2nd coat, and we should be about done. And then I gotta get in here, and this is gonna be the fun part. It's not obviously hard, but I gotta get in here and I wanna paint this all so it all looks good at the same time instead of looking all crusty like it was before. So it's gonna look pretty good in here. I was kind of joking around with my buddy saying that if we took this out and put one of those tankless water heaters, you could put like one of those huge, I don't know how many gallon it is, but like 65 or 55 or whatever it is, the huge air compressor tank right there would fit perfectly, which would be pretty cool. And then I think I'm gonna get rid of this water treatment system. It's not even turned on and it's taking up a ton of room in the corner, and I wanna get back there and actually paint stuff and clean it up, but that stuff's all kind of permanently fixed in here. So kind of boring to talk about this stuff, but anyways, it's permanently fixed in here. You can't even just move this out. Or we're gonna turn this into a NOS tank, put some NOS stickers on it and make it look like a bottle. That's about it. I gotta clean up some of this wiring. There's a bunch of old coax, which isn't in use, and in my opinion, doesn't really get used these days with streaming and Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna identify which ones are actually in use. For some reason, and slightly off topic, but I kind of want to mention it anyways in this video, is when you guys like use a different internet provider, like the house is cabled with coax, right? And what I mean by coax, so you guys don't know, like just this regular cable TV cable. The house actually has its own cable, but then like silly companies like DirecTV or whatever provider you go with, they don't trust or don't want to use the original cabling that's already in the house. And they'll sit here and just run wires through your house and just blast it all around the corners, because I've been ripping that stuff out ever since I got the spot. So like they would come through your ceiling and then, you know, tack it on the perimeter of your room, which is kind of cheesy in my opinion. So like I said, I don't think I'm using a lot of these, so I'm just gonna identify the one that I'm using for my internet right now, just because my router, one of them's feeding my router inside, and then I'm just gonna rip the rest of them out. If I ever have to run more cables, it's probably gonna be like a LAN cable, like a network cable, but as far as the coax, I'm pretty much done with that, and the house already has its own RAN in there besides these additional ones. So out that comes, so we can make this all clean looking. So it's day 3 on the project, I think I would say. And we're just doing the final cleanup. It's all painted. We got French over here helping us out. Did a bunch of painting yesterday. He threw down the second coat. And now we're just cleaning up all the junk, getting the floors all cleaned up. And it's pretty much gonna be it. The bottom here, we're gonna put some sort of piece of trim. So that's why the bottom kind of doesn't look cut in or anything or done 100%. So we're gonna put like a little baseboard of some sort along there. And yeah, we're just trying to clean everything up and get her all sorted out. So I'll let you know once I get everything cleaned. I'll show you guys the final process or progress. So here's the finished final product, you guys. I'm super happy with it. Like I said, we haven't got the baseboard on the bottom yet, so that's why you'll notice that right at the bottom we didn't take the paint right to the very edge because it's all gonna get covered. I still have to put my plugs in, but this looks 1,000 times better. And we're not done yet. Like I said, we've still got some touch-ups to do. And I also want to get all the banners and some cool stuff on the walls, and that's next. You guys can see that the truck is up right now, working on that drive shaft loop. Viper's back in the garage, and I got some other cool stuff coming for you guys as well. So we'll do a quick little walk around here and show you guys what we got. Boom. So everything looks so much cleaner, like even in here, like not that you guys were paying attention to this before, but even around the hot water tank, like it was horrendous looking, and now everything is just so cut and clean, like huge difference. And I still got some clutter stuff. I do, obviously you guys can't, you know, you can see that I don't have any shelves, so definitely have to get some shelves figured out at some point. But I'm trying to keep it very simple in here and very clean and no clutter. It's hard to do when you have a bunch of, you know, stuff when you're always working on stuff. If this was strictly just parking cars in here, I could definitely keep it pretty simple in here, but with having all the tools, it just makes it a little bit harder. So that's it, you guys. And like I said, I'm gonna get like my posters and banner, HP tuners back up. Might put it in a different spot, maybe somewhere kind of cool, but we'll get the HP tuners banner back on the wall, and I got some other cool stuff as well. So that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. I got some other stuff coming along the way. Went for a little joyride. Also me and French, the guy who was helping me in the end there, and also Omar helps me with all this. So big shout out to Omar. He's the one that did all the mudding. He's the one that pushed me to do the drywall, and also French for helping painting it out as well. But you guys will probably see more of them in other videos too, as we kind of go along on little adventures. So we actually went to CarMax, but you guys will catch that in the next video. We got this thing appraised. It was pretty hilarious, and also checked out some cars. So anyways, you guys, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.